Neil, good morning. Welcome. Ed, good morning, Ed. Thank you for joining us. Kevin, hey, Kevin, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Bob, hey, Bob, welcome. Thank you for joining us. 323 area code. Welcome. For those of you on Facebook, thank you for joining us. Feel free to type it in the chat. Let us know what part of the world are you joining us from. And we're going to get started here in just a moment. All right. Well, it's great to be with you guys here today on this last day of November. December is starting tomorrow. I'm always looking for ways to create motivation for myself, and the first of the month is motivating for me. The last month of the year is motivating for me. I'm going to come out of the gates tomorrow fired up and excited to have a fantastic December and end the year strong. So I'm looking forward to that. Today, I'm going to end the month strong and have a fantastic last day of the month. Go out there and produce today. I invite you, encourage you to go out there and have the best day that you can today. Leah, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. And let's see here, over on Facebook. Let's see here. All right. Well, it's time. It is time to get started. So let me hit the record button and we will get rolling. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Good morning, everybody. Eric Lofholm here, thrilled to be with you here this morning on this beautiful Wednesday morning, the last day of the month of November, as we head into December starting tomorrow. If you're right-handed, take your right hand. If you're left-handed, take your left hand. Pat yourself on the back and tell yourself, great job for being here this morning. Type into the chat, today is a great day. Today is a great day. The fact that you're listening to my voice right now, you're setting your mind, you're setting the intention that you are going to have a great day today. You're creating your day as a great day by choosing to be here. So great job for being here this morning. And I want to start off with a quote that I created. And it came to me one day, just regular day, and this thought just downloaded right in my brain. People need encouragement more than they need advice. And I'm in the advice business. People come to me for advice. And so I'm giving advice all the time. And I was like, you know what? Advice is, of course, important. We need advice. We need to know how to do stuff. But people need encouragement more than they need advice. And I've been posting that on Facebook ever since. And if you're on my Facebook and you're like, why does Eric keep posting that? Because people need to hear that message. At least I believe that. So I'm here today to encourage you. I want to encourage you to take that message and bring it out into the world today. As you engage with the person that's helping you at Starbucks, or you're engaging with a client, you're engaging with a family member or a friend, and really listen to them. And listen for, do they need some encouragement? What encouragement does is it puts wind in our sails. Think of a sailboat, right? If there's no wind, the boat's just sitting there. The sail is there to catch the wind. So you've got this human being and they're going through whatever they're going through, and you come along and you encourage them, you put some wind in their sails. And it can make a world of difference. So if you just go out in the world and you just look for ways to encourage people, to let them know, hey, it's going to be okay. It's going to turn out okay. Let them know they have greatness inside of them. And I invite you to model my Facebook post. I posted it last night. People need encouragement more than they need advice. When people do that post, they're seeing in some cases double, triple, quadruple the number of engagement they usually get. So just for selfish reasons, if you want more engagement, try the post out. You probably get double, triple, quadruple the engagement. Try it out today. Go do it right now. Go on your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, whatever, LinkedIn, whatever. Just type, people need encouragement more than they need advice. I'm not asking for any credit. You don't have to quote me. Just put the sentence down. People need encouragement more than they need advice. Now, it is perfect that Kevin Connect is on the call right now, because Kevin shared an idea with me many years ago that I'm going to teach you right now. I'm so glad he's here, because one day we were talking and he said, office hours. Office hours. People need office hours. And it landed with me. And it landed with me because I have office hours, but I never really even thought about it. In other words, I just get up every day and I work. I put in 40 hours a week or more every week. I've probably done that 98% of the weeks over the last 20 years. I just get up every day and I work. So it never occurred to me to teach the distinction of office hours, because I never really thought about it. It's just something I did. And sometimes we do stuff that's creating success that we never really thought about as a distinction. Like, it never occurred to me to teach office hours. So what is office hours? It's when are you open for business, right? And nowadays, a huge percentage of the workforce, people like you and me, work from home. I'm working from home right now. Working from home is very different than going to an office, right? You go to the office, you physically probably going to drive there, or you walk or you bike, but usually you're going to drive or take public transportation, and you're going to be at the office for 8 hours. And so you're going to be working, right? You're not going to be taking your kids to soccer practice because you're at the office. Well, nowadays, so many of us work from home. So your quote unquote boss, maybe you're your own boss, or you have a boss or whatever, but there's nobody there to watch if you're working or not. So what are your office hours? So what does that mean? To me, this is just my opinion. It's not a fact. My opinion is you put on the blinders and you work during office hours. So if your office hours are, 10 to noon and 4 to 7, then from 10 to noon, you got the blinders on and you're working. You're not scrolling on social media or playing video games or watching Netflix or watching YouTube videos, although that might be more entertaining than working. It's not going to make any money. And then from 4 to 7, if that was the time I said, then those are your office hours. So I was talking to a client recently about this idea. I'm like, what are your office hours? And the client told me. And I said, you need to put the blinders on and put the work in. And they're like, well, but that's why I'm an entrepreneur. I want the freedom and the flexibility. It's like, well, you still have to put the work in if you want the result. I said, greatness requires sacrifice. So you can basically screw off during your office hours, but you're not going to make the money you're wanting to make. You're not going to have the success that you're seeking. Like you can't screw off and have the money at the same time. At least I don't know how to do that. I mean, maybe there's a way to do it. I don't know how to do it. What I know to do is put the blinders on and work. So if this is resonating with you, you're like, you know what? I got to really get clear. What is my schedule? And during my scheduled time, I got to work. If that's resonating with you, just type the word yes in the chat. If that's resonating with you, type the word yes in the chat. So when I'm having this conversation with my client about office hours, and we're kind of going back and forth about whether or not they're going to actually do it or not, I was just imagining, what if they made a decision today that they were going to declare their office hours, stick to them, put the blinders on, and during the office hours, they were going to work. Okay, listen to me. That one idea changes their life. What I want you to start doing, because you love learning like I love learning. I can't imagine you wouldn't love learning and be here, right? Because this is a learning conversation. We're talking distinctions. We're talking ideas, right? You enjoy this or you wouldn't be here. You'd find something else to do. There's plenty of other things you could be doing right now, right? So you're like, hey, Eric, I like the conversation. Okay, well, here's another golden nugget regarding this. Is you hear an idea, and instead of just like agreeing, yes, good one, get present to it. Okay, so Eric's talking about office hours. If I'm honest with myself, I'm not putting in enough hours. If that's true, and if you are putting in the hours, awesome. But if I'm honest with myself, I'm not putting in enough hours. Okay, I'm getting the results I'm getting without the hours I need to be working. What if I put the hours in? What kind of results could I produce? And what if I did that for the rest of my career? So let's say you're working 20 hours, you need to be working 40. Okay, so you double your hours. An extra 20 hours a week is an extra 1,000 a year. That's 10,000 hours over 10 years. What would an extra 10,000 hours in your career do for you? Be a game changer. And then you sit with that thought and you're like, you know what? If I actually did that, my whole life would change. In other words, you could get 100 times the value than what you're currently getting from these calls that I'm doing for you. If you really go, wow, Eric's been studying the mind since 1988. And he's committed. So when he's given ideas on these calls, it's not like he just read this out of some book last night. You know, office hours is a distinction I've been working with for several years now. That one idea. And for some people, it's a transformational idea. But you could just hear it and have it go in one ear and out the other. And then it's like, okay, Eric, teach me the next thing. All right, well, are your office hours where they need to be? No, but just give me some more entertainment. I want another golden nugget. I kind of get off on hearing good ideas. Give me another good idea. Okay, I'll give you another good idea. And let's work with the ones I'm giving you. But let's really sit with the idea of office hours. Just be with that idea for a month. Just sit with that idea for a whole month. Every day for the next month, sit with that idea. Think about it. Marinate on it. Crock-pot learning. Just sit with the idea. Like microwave, you know, you put the food in, 2 minutes later, it's done. Crock-pot, it sits in there for 12 hours. Take the idea of office hours, and instead of it being a microwave idea, sit with the idea for a month. So tomorrow when you wake up, December 1, first day of December, go, okay, office hours. That's the idea Eric wants me to work on. Okay, what are my office hours going to be today? And then you do it or you don't do it. And then it's December 2. How did I do yesterday with my office hours? Okay, what am I going to do today? Okay, these are my office hours. Okay, I got to work on this muscle because I'm not used to this level of focus. So I want to tell you one more thing on this and we'll wrap for today. So when I'm talking to my client about the office hours, and we're kind of going back and forth around it, and they were sharing with me, they said, I'm concerned right now, Eric. And I said, what are you concerned about? And they said, I'm concerned about the crime in my community. And they were legitimately concerned. And it's a valid concern because there were some things happening in the community that were making it more unsafe than normal. And I told my client, I said, look, all those thoughts about the community, They're before work or after work, but not during work. I'm not saying those aren't important things to think about, and you need to come up with what your plan is for your family for safety. Absolutely. And not during office hours. So I remember one day I was teaching a group Zoom. We got 50 people on the Zoom, kind of like what we're doing right now. And the students were doing an exercise. So I was on mute and I turned my video camera off, and my wife came in the office and she had something she needed to talk to me about regarding one of our kids. It was pretty serious. She's like, I need to talk to you. I go, what's up? Such and such, such and such. I said, you know what? We do need to talk about that at the end of the day. Absolutely. Our children are a priority. Honey, you're a priority. You know you're the most important person in my world. And right now, I'm serving 50 people. Now, this was an issue that nothing was going to change with the situation between now and 5 o'clock. So there was no reason for me to stop the Zoom. Now, if I needed to stop the Zoom, I would have stopped the Zoom. Like if there was an emergency, we gotta go to the hospital. Okay. Hey, everybody, gotta go to the hospital. Kid got a situation. It wasn't that. It was something that needed to be addressed. But do you find yourself addressing things during office hours that don't need to be addressed during office hours? This is a put first things first idea, Stephen Covey, first things first. This is about prioritizing. This is about you're here because you want to get better, and I'm coaching you to get better. So I want you to be coachable. I want you to be coachable. I want you to hear what I'm saying and go, okay, this guy Eric's been studying this since 1988. He's worked with Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Dr. Moyne, Brian Tracy, Steve Hardison. Not saying that to name drop or brag, but these are the guys I've worked with one-on-one and had them coach me. So I'm committed. There's a depth of where I'm coming from when I'm training you. So I want you I want this information to change your life. In order to do that, you got to take action. So that's the message today, guys. I hope something resonated. Have a fantastic Wednesday. We get a clean slate tomorrow. It's the first of the month, December 1. I got corporate training today, so I got to skedaddle and head off to corporate training. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you're here, have a great day. Bye-bye.